Alright, so here's my Henry Shires Tarptent Stratospire 2. It's a 2 to 3 person tent. It weighs at 46 ounces. It is 52 inches wide by 86 inches in length. And I think on the website it says you can also widen it to 62 inches, 63 inches by dropping the clips inside. It's dual entry, which I really like. And it really just kind of reminds me like a Tarptent notch on steroids. It's a pretty nice little tent so far. I haven't gotten to use it on the trip yet, but I just wanted to make a quick video about what it looks like and what I think about it so far. I got my poles here set at right about 120 or so here. That's what the website recommends. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway. These vegetables are just huge, awesome. I mean, it's great. All kinds of extra room. If it's raining, this would be perfect to be able to cook in. Put extra gear, boots, things like that, packs. And here's the clips I was talking about that you can drop to either make the floor wider or to make it have a higher bathtub floor. And I have it dropped right now to kind of make the floor a little bit wider. And this is definitely enough space for 2 people for sure. This is going to be great. So I'll also go around the other side here. Just have one of the vegetable doors tied up here. It does say on the website to use 6 stakes. I chose to use 8. I think that's probably going to be my go-to. Just it feels like it's more secure that way. I used the extra stake here on this guy line coming out from the apex. This feels a little bit more secure to me, and this thing is pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. So have heard some people having some issues with it in the wind. Simple fact, because it is larger tent, there's a lot of surface area here, but that's just to be expected, so you just plan accordingly. I think it'll be okay. So we'll walk around to the other vestibule here. It's a pretty wide size tent. This thing does have a pretty big size footprint, so just be aware of that. There's Cody. This other side I have both doors pulled up. And again, I guess you probably want to have all these doors open as much as you can, just to help reduce condensation, or at least have one on each side open, and I think I'll get a pretty good draft through there and keep you from having much condensation up on the top of the canopy here. I'm going to go inside here and look at the mesh. If I can open this real quick. Sorry about that. There's the mesh. It's from the No-See-Um. It's pretty good stuff. It sits off pretty good from the mesh, so it really is like a double wall with the mesh here. It's not really touching. Now I did find that when I raise these hooks up here to get a bigger bathtub floor, that this is pretty much touching this canopy tarp here. And I think if you do have condensation, it might be a little bit of an issue if you rub your head up against it or something, but other than that, I don't think it's too big of a deal. I did notice it has little hooks here on the side on each vestibule door, and I'm going to be running a little line across here. We use it for drying out wet gear or hanging out a lantern, something like that. So all in all, like I said, I haven't had this on a trip yet, but so far I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it's going to suit my purposes really well. This thing is monstrous inside. Let me go ahead and zip this bad boy up. Sorry about that. So I'm 6 foot tall, 220, and there's all kinds of room in here for another person. So this is gonna work perfect for us. If I sit up, I'm not quite touching the top. I'm pretty close, but I'm not touching, so that's a definite plus. Once again, like I said, these vegetables are real nice. The zippers are a little bit hard to grab onto. I could see a little bit of having a little bit of an issue with that at night. Maybe a little tired trying to get out and take care of some business, but maybe I'll tie a little bit of line on here just to be, make it easier to grab and zip up and down. But yeah, once again, Henry coming through with the top-notch tent. Can't wait to get this thing out, test it out. I'm really pleased with my notch. I've had that for about 2-3 years now, and it's just been great. So I went ahead and decided to get this thing. If we have 2 people out there, particularly me and my wife, so this is gonna be great. Go ahead and come on out of here. Zipper's not snagging or anything, so that's definitely a plus. Not catching on the mesh, so that's good. Let's do one more walk around. Cody likes being outside. So, here it is. Both doors open. One end apex. And I'm using my trekking poles here, my Black Diamond Alpine Carbon Core, I think is what it is. But I think on the website he does sell poles as well, if you don't use trekking poles. Go ahead and let this door down to give you an idea what it looks like when it's zipped up. Another killer idea I like, concept here, is that these tie-outs for the stakes, they are shot cord, which is super cool because if you've ever worked with steel nylon before, you know that stuff likes to sag at night when it gets wet or when it's settled a little bit. So remedies that issue a little bit by keeping tension on it. So that's what it looks like with the door closed up all the way. I still think I need to fiddle with it, get the setup perfect, but right now this would work for me. But like anything else, just practice with it, get a little bit better. I think this is supposed to be straight on, so a curve like that, but I don't know. So I can't wait to get this bad boy out on the trail. Let y'all know how it does. Bye, Cody.